You're standing there looking into those eyes at the pet shop. Two dogs, both perfect in their own way. One male, one female. Your heart is already halfway gone, but your mind keeps asking the same question. Which one is really right for you? It's not just about picking a dog. It's about choosing a companion who will shape your mornings, your evenings, your quiet moments, and your chaos. And the truth is, the difference between a male and a female dog goes deeper than you might think. It's written into their instincts, their energy, the way they'll bond with you. So before you make this choice, let's talk about what each one is really offering you. First, the question of training. Picture this. You're in your living room, treats in hand, trying to teach a new command. With a female dog, there's often something different in her eyes, a focus, a determination. Researchers have observed that female dogs tend to mature faster emotionally, and that early maturity translates into training sessions that feel less like a battle and more like a conversation. She's reading you, calculating, deciding if what you're asking makes sense to her. Male dogs, they bring a different energy. They're often more playful during training, more easily distracted by that bird outside the window or the toy across the room. It's not that they can't learn. They absolutely can. But their attention span in those early months tends to wander. They're puppies at heart for longer. If you have patience, if you love the idea of a dog who makes you laugh even when he's being stubborn, a male might be your match. But if you need structure, if you want quicker results, a female often gets there first. Second, energy and movement. Now imagine your typical afternoon. Are you the person who wants a hiking companion, someone who bounds ahead on the trail with endless stamina, or do you prefer a dog who's content with a moderate walk, then curls up beside you for the rest of the day? Here's what decades of behavioral observation tell us. Male dogs generally carry more physical energy throughout their lives. They're the ones still ready to play at 8 years old like they're 2. That enthusiasm is beautiful, but it's also a commitment. They need more exercise, more mental stimulation, more outlets for that drive. Female dogs tend to settle into a calmer rhythm sooner. They have their playful moments, absolutely, but they're often more content with routine. They'll match your energy rather than demanding you match theirs. For someone who wants a companion without the constant need for high-intensity activity, a female often feels like she's reading your mind. Third, the dance of dominance. There's a moment that happens in almost every dog's life. That moment when they test boundaries, when they decide whether they're going to follow your lead or try to lead you. Male dogs, especially intact males, often carry a stronger drive for dominance. It's hormonal, it's instinctive, it's about their place in the pack. In your home, that can show up as marking territory, challenging other dogs, or testing your authority more frequently. Neutering helps significantly, but that underlying boldness, that confidence, it's often still there, just softer. Female dogs typically show less dominant behavior, especially toward their humans. They can be assertive, yes, particularly with other females, but toward you, there's usually more natural deference, more willingness to accept your guidance without the power struggles. If you're a first-time dog owner, if the idea of constantly reinforcing your leadership feels overwhelming, a female might offer you an easier path. Fourth, the heat cycle, what they're not telling you. Let's talk about something most people don't think about until it's happening, the heat cycle. If you choose a female dog and don't spay her twice a year for about 3 weeks, your life changes. Blood spotting in your home, her scent attracting male dogs from blocks away, her behavior shifting. Some become clingy, others withdrawn. You can't take her to the dog park. You're constantly vigilant. It's manageable, but it's real. Male dogs have their own version. They don't go into heat, but they respond to females who do. An intact male can smell a female in heat from miles away, and when he does, his focus on you can vanish. He might try to escape, become more aggressive with other males, mark obsessively. His drive is biological and powerful. The solution most veterinarians recommend? Spaying or neutering. It eliminates these cycles, reduces health risks like cancers and infections, and often makes your dog easier to live with. But understanding what you'd be managing without it, that's part of making an informed choice. Fifth, the protector instinct. Close your eyes and imagine. Someone approaches your door late at night. Which dog is at your side? Male dogs often carry a stronger territorial instinct. They're more likely to bark at strangers, to position themselves between you and perceived threats, to patrol the boundaries of your home. That protective energy can make you feel safe, but it also requires training to ensure it doesn't become aggression or anxiety. Female dogs protect differently. They're often more selective, more intuitive about real versus imagined threats. They bond deeply with their family and will absolutely defend when necessary, but they're less likely to see every visitor as a potential danger. Their protection feels quieter, more discerning. If you want a guardian without the constant vigilance, a female often strikes that balance naturally. Sixth, calmness in the everyday. Think about your home environment. Is it loud and chaotic, or quiet and predictable? Do you have young children, or is it just you and peaceful routines? Female dogs generally bring a calmer presence into daily life. They're less likely to be hyperactive without cause, more likely to settle when you settle. That doesn't mean they're boring. They play, they explore, they have personality, but their baseline tends toward composure. Male dogs often maintain higher baseline energy. Even at rest, there's a readiness in them. They're quicker to excitement, slower to calm down. For active families, for people who love that enthusiastic greeting every single time you walk through the door, a male dog's energy feels like pure joy. But for someone seeking tranquility, seeking a companion who mirrors peace rather than disrupts it, a female often fits more naturally. Seventh, the bond of loyalty. Here's the question that matters most. When your dog looks at you, what do you want to see? Female dogs are often described as more naturally attached to their primary person. They tend to form deep, focused bonds. If you're the one who feeds her, walks her, sleeps beside her, she becomes yours in a way that feels absolute. She might be friendly with others, but you're her person. That singular devotion can be incredibly fulfilling. Male dogs often spread their affection more widely. They're the social butterflies, loving everyone in the family, greeting guests with equal enthusiasm. That doesn't mean they don't bond deeply with you. They do, but their love feels more inclusive. If you want a family dog, someone who brings everyone together, a male often embodies that role beautifully. The truth about your choice. So here's what it comes down to. There is no right answer, only your answer. If you're drawn to focus, to easier training, to a calmer energy, and a devoted one-person bond, a female dog might be offering you exactly what you need. If you're drawn to enthusiasm, to playful energy that never quite grows up, to a protector with bold confidence and love for everyone, a male dog might be your perfect match. But here's what matters more than gender: the individual dog in front of you, because every rule has exceptions. There are calm males and energetic females. There are dominant females and gentle males. The dog's breed, their early socialization, their unique personality, these shape who they become just as much as whether they're male or female. When you meet that dog, when you look into their eyes and feel something shift in your chest, trust that feeling, because the best dog for you isn't defined by biology alone. It's defined by connection, by the way they lean into your hand, by the way you can already imagine them in your home, in your life, in your heart. They're not just male or female, they're yours, and that's the only label that really matters. If this helped you see the choice more clearly, tell us in the comments which you're leaning toward and why, and stay with us for more honest guidance on welcoming a dog into your life.